Hi, Faisal.
Hi, Shelley.
I'm a little bit bummed out that I wasn't able to be at your international retreat,
Yeah, sorry you couldn't.
but I'm so glad that you were able to do it. I hear through the grapevine it was quite wonderful. And you had Asian students and European students and American students, and
Yeah, international was really nice.
excellent. That's wonderful. And so, can we talk about some of the things that you addressed at the retreat?
Yeah, this is one of the things that I would really like to share and elaborate a little, just to open the field, to open the mind. As usual, we do initiation, empowerment, but to get it requires, in-depth work and retreat, and you know how it is, like sessions and everything. But this is heart opening, mind opening to what is there and what the journey is about. And uh, I'm glad we're back. It's been a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
So hopefully we'll get a few things that are interesting, and for those who are following us will enjoy too.
You talked about the four journeys.
We talked about the four journeys and focus on one of them, the last one, which we call the descent, the journey of the descent.
Okay.
And the four journeys is something known to some sects and Sufis in the Middle East.
Okay.
They divided the journey in four parts. And I remember I heard about it a long time ago, 76, 77. And I just was crazy, wanted to find those books, the books of the four journeys. And after, I think, 10 years or so, I managed to find them in a library, in a bookstore or something in, I think, either Lebanon or Iran. And I got them. They were 8 volumes. I got them. Then I didn't have time to read them, so I put them in my a box of storing the books. And I came to America, and after years, my mother, bless her soul, said, "Oh, these old books,
Aw.
So she threw them away like, they're getting rotten. Nobody wants them. So I didn't even have a chance to read
To
them
read them? Oh.
enough thoroughly. But from what I got about them was that they classified our journey in existence as 4 different parts, the 4 different journey. The first one is the journey among humanity, the realm where everybody is living, who we are, what we are, our belief systems, our nationalities, our religions, this worldly existence, this material existence, and also not quite material, because there is also some religious, some spiritual, some inspirational, but it's a realm where most people are familiar with, and where most people are living within its bubble, living within its bracket. And each society try to preserve its culture and its beliefs and all of it. So it's very limited in one hand, yet it's so expansive. How many cultures we have, how many traditions, but it's all focused on a very limited band of existence. And this band of existence is what we really are capable of perceiving now due to our conditioning. Our mind is conditioned, so it doesn't see, even if the truth is right there, it doesn't see it. It sees what it's been conditioned to see. And our body has lost its aliveness, its sensitivity to detect different energies. People are stuck, are armored, are trapped, are living within certain, as Don Juan used to say, certain tonal, certain perception of reality, certain perception of themselves, and that is even registered in the body. So in the new
Did you say tonal?
Tonal.
Tonality?
No, Tonal, the tonal. There is the Nahwal, Nagual, and the tonal. The tonal in the shamanic definition, this mind's personality ordinary attention, ordinary living. And this is where people are living at. The Nahwal is more the being, the essence, the spirit, the dimensionality that are not accessible to most people, except in their dreams, or sometimes they have visions or something like that. So this is the first journey, living among humanity, journeying among humanity, you know. And it's complex and take lifetimes, in fact, you know, to know. The universities are full of sociology and I don't know, so much study about that. But all of that is one band of existence. Then there is another band that has been mystified or spiritualized or made religious even, you know, and it is more about the spirit, about God, about something that most people don't believe is reachable or livable, or something maybe we can reach after we die. You know, we might go to heaven or something like that. Some went more adventurous, like Buddhism, more into how to preserve that, the connection to that dimension, the knowledge of that dimension. And that's the dimension of being. That's the dimension of essence. That's the dimension of truth. You know, what is there is real. That's the truth of that dimension. While what is here, you know, some of it is real, but some of it, most of it, in fact, fabrication of our mind, beliefs, ideas, emotions. I mean, we are on the verge of blowing up the planet based on beliefs. The Russians are bad, the Americans are bad. This was this, like all, not really perceiving that we are all human. We all want to live, we all want to love, we all want to have a trouble with our beloveds and all of that. You know?
Not only our beliefs, but the beliefs of our fathers and our grandfathers who fought with our fathers and grandfathers, right?
Yeah, it goes on and on. So the spiritual dimension has also got plagued by numerous things. One is that it's been mystified. It's been like something that, you know, I don't know, mystical experience, and it got infused by madness of many gurus and many teachers and many people who experienced that dimension. They didn't have basic sanity, basic objectivity to see what it is, which is another dimension of energies and a mechanism of creation and knowledge and wisdom and love. You know, it's not this mystical, mysterious, amorphous. We experience it that way because we are convoluted. It is not convoluted. It's pristine. It's well designed, well systematized, and some reach that in an objective way, and they are very rare, you know. And most of those who reached it also, I don't know anybody who has reached it and knows how it is really set. Buddha didn't. The prophets didn't clear it completely, you know. And I know that there is law and order to it. I know there is systematization to it. But that vision, that knowledge, I wait for someone who knows, who will bring us that perception. And I know it's going to be very pristine, very scientific, very spiritual, very normal, very ordinary. You know, it's going to combine the glory of the divine human being. Yeah,
and underneath it all, maybe mathematics.
Mathematics is the core of it, the heart of it. It's all systematized. It's all systematized. So it's something I pray for, but that's, let's say, the realm of truth. Yeah.
Okay.
So the second journey is from humanity to truth. Yeah. Somebody begin to awaken, somebody hears about meditation, about spiritual work, about this, about that. They feel a calling for, or something in their soul and their reincarnation, that when awakened back to where they started, maybe they attain to enlightenment and they want to come back, pick it up and continue the journey. You know? So there is a beckoning from their soul to awaken. Then the journey starts from here to truth. And on the way to the journey, we discover so much. And in our work, we call it, we discover the essential domain. We discover the nature of what is the spirit is, you know. We have, like, we say love, but what is love? We say courage, but what is courage? We say nobility, but what is nobility? We say enlightenment, what is enlightenment? Yeah. So then we enter a dimension that's really amazing, enchanting, beautiful, challenging, scary, ecstatic, you name it. You know? It's the spirit. But the spirit has so much diversity, richnesses, you know, so much in it. It's not like just one thing. Then you go deeper in the spirit. This is still manifestation. This is real manifestation. This is essential manifestation. This is the real thing, the real McCoy. That's you know what it is. Then as you reach deeper, you reach what is known as the source of it all. Truth itself. Not just its manifestation, and not its just materialization, because this realm we live in, the material realm, is nothing but materialization of the spirit, of the essential domain. And the essential domain is nothing but manifestation of source. And source is called the truth, Allah, God, you name it, the mystery, all of that, source. And that is, I think by now, it's being discovered, and we're going to know it, you know. And I think the closest we got to it is the quantum field. It's a quantum field. And from this quantum field, there is a mechanism of how to be in it, and how to create from it, and how to resource it and evolve. You know? And in it, there are so many resources. You know, in that field, there is wisdom, there is love, there is power, there is sanity, there is emanation coming from it. Don Juan talks about that. This is the eagle, and from the eagle comes so many emanation. Light dimension, diamond dimension, golden dimension, crystal dimensions, so many ethereal, you name it, dimensions. This field differentiating itself. It's just like, you know, water can be steam, can be cloud, can be rain, can be snow, can be ice, can be water again. This field and the source of this field, which is, you know, the truth itself. So the third journey is in truth.
In truth.
In truth.
Okay.
The person has landed, has actualized so much, has dealt with so many of the essential states, because each essential state brings issues with it. You know? Like love brings hurt and fear of hurt, or betrayal, or anger, and you know,
Abandonment.
So once you deal with that, once you cleanse that, you begin to enjoy love. Then whatever creativity. So as the person all day, you know, the laundry, you know, washing and drying and all of those things, then the psyche gets more purified, the mind gets more purified, the body gets more purified. Then the essential states circulate, and the consciousness of the person is more in truth itself, in the absolute, in a pure awareness. So you can be in a pure awareness, and you still field of love is opening, or field of strength and vitality, or intelligence and creativity. You know, it can open in that field. You know? So you are journeying in truth with its manifestation, or you can also drop it and just be in truth in its absoluteness. The absolute in its absoluteness. And most of the time it's so delightful, so beautiful. Who wants the ice cream? Who wants any of those, you know, gelatos? But it's not possible to be in that realm without the activation and the circulation of the essential domain. Because as long as we are here, we need these qualities. If I am in the absolute, in my absoluteness, I am not even aware of this. I am just aware of pure awareness, pure presence, spaciousness, blissful. But the moment I begin to be aware of this realm, you know, as if I lessen the intensity of that.
It contracts into your body.
Yeah, contract in a body, in a perception, and contract maybe in the essential domain. Maybe I cultivate a diamond, and the diamond will give me consciousness of I am crossing the road. so I better pay attention to the stop sign or things like that, you know. So that field, I am still aware of it. I could still drive my car. I am still in the pure awareness, but I am also having differentiated wisdom, the speed limit, and these are diamond and crystal and essential domain. So to have the essential domain, which is very beautiful, the different aspect of the spirit, still one grade less than in pure awareness. So the third journey is in truth, with its also manifestation and joy and pleasure. The fourth journey is with the truth among humanity. You see? Usually the first journey is called the ascending journey. You know, most people talk about the ascending journey, then the descending journey. But it is really more delineated, more differentiated. You know, the ascending journey starts with being just ordinary, then more conscious, then more enlightened, then bringing enlightenment back with you to your daily life and cultivating love and wisdom. The descent of the journey is also very fascinating because there are many approaches about it that sometimes it negates what really happens in the descending journey. The descending journey is not just you come with enlightenment and you look at everything and you see this is an illusion. It's just perception in my mind. No, this is real. Everything is real. Even my illusion is real. Yeah, it's a frequency in my mind. It's frequency in existence. Yeah. So some people descend with what we did the first time called the prejudice of enlightenment. Yeah, that some people try to view reality from the perception of enlightenment itself, and from enlightenment, their mind, not the reality, their mind translated phenomena and the relative as not real, and only the absolute as real, as truth. You know, and I found that really distorting and misleading many students, many seekers, you know, because to me, everything is real from the alpha to the omega. One holistic kingdom, rich, beautiful, meaningful, and the worldly existence and the essential existence and the pure being itself. So the descent journey, and at least in our work, we descend, but with our spirit more enriched. Yeah. I descend with more higher consciousness, so I can perceive my trip from the reality. So I cultivate diamond consciousness. I can, instead of my emotional feelings, I cultivate real feelings, real love, which is golden essence maybe, or pink essence, or something, real qualities that are real, instead of Bollywood movie or something like that, an illusion. Hollywood is, you know, thriving on illusions, you know, but they are touching on those feelings. So the descent journey is to come from the Most High with elements that can help you function in this realm. Diamond conscious, crystal dimension, diamond dimension, what we call the vehicle that generates love and energy from the absolute, the stupa, the groundedness, the solid ground that anchors you in this realm and is still connected to spirit, and which we call the holy city. You know? So there are in the essential domain archetypes or vehicles, and the descent journey is how to bring that with you. You encounter them on the way, then you drop them to be in pure awareness, then you put them on again, and you come down. So these are the four journeys and the richness involved, a glimpse about it. You know, the reality is that nobody goes through this journey this way. You know, the reality is that we go through this journey many dosages. Yeah. Someday I go about my illusion about what is strength and its anger and its fighting and its muscles and its weapon. Then I drop it and I see I'm afraid, I am hurt, and then come nice energy, red energy, strength, vitality. I feel I'm full of life, full of love of life. I am courageous to face the unfaceable in me and to really turn into a healer, into that the courage of life comes, you know. So then I reach the spirit, then I bring it back. Right? So the next day I go to love. The next day I go to compassion. The next day I go to consciousness. So in the essential domain, we enter the spiritual domain, we bring a jewel, and we go back. So we are doing the 4 journeys, mini 4 journeys.
Faisal, are you saying so it's the ascent, the first 3, and then the 4th, almost like the 4th turning of the wheel in Buddhism, right? Is bringing it back to the descent.
Yeah, the Kala chakra, burning the wheel, bringing the blessings from the ascension to source, then from source back to bring the blessings. And the blessings are infinite and abundant, but there are certain major elements that divine creation has bestowed upon us that can help us be in this realm and still connected to the spirit and can resource, can bring a blessing, can bring empowerment, can bring visions. I really don't know what my life is about or what's in it, because it's million, trillion. I am more than a billionaire. Really, like billionaires don't even dream of something like this insight, realization coming from source. Then I drop it also, and I just be with al-haq, truth, the absolute being, alone with the alone, and the enjoyment of that, clean slate.
What is the word for truth?
Haq, H-A-Q-Q, haq,
Okay.
al-haq, and we say truth in Arabic, al-haqiqa, truth, which is haq is more the essence of the truth. It's another derivative higher than what we call the truth, but we don't have that in English. Maybe we do. I don't know English.
Is that one of the 99 names of Allah?
It's beyond them. Yeah. One of them is al-haq. Yeah, one of them is that.
Okay, so it's 199th.
One of them.
A way to describe it. Okay.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
It's a really beautiful journey, and some of the teaching have beautiful maps about it. I really like our work because it really got chartered. The guidance chartered the path, the major landmarks there. There are millions there to see, but at least to safe journey into that domain, deal with the issues that comes up from the unconscious, navigate instead of being lost in those journeys. When I look at different sects in the world and they took one aspect of essence and got lost in its domain and made never-ending teaching has, this is only the preference of that teacher. This teacher like inquiry, this teacher like union. What are we gonna do?
Heart.
How this way and that way. So it's good to see that there are major landmarks that can restore the integrity of the human being to their true creation. And when they are restored to the natural order of who they are, then they can see the kingdom. And this kingdom is incredibly magical. Some people will turn it into architecture, some turn it into music, some turn it into spiritual teaching, some turn it, I don't know, I am in awe, like every day, hallelujah. Is this real? Is this what's going on? So that was the 4th journey, and in this retreat was systematically how to come from the absolute to this, what do you encounter as you come down, and this, even though it's a map, even though it's very useful map, the Diamond Logos, very beautiful map, very useful map, it doesn't follow exactly how it is. But at least when you know what it is, the major landmark, some person might be starting with the cloud and then becoming the rain. Some people may be the mist going to the cloud, but at least it says this is a mist, this is a cloud, this is rain. It gave us a beautiful perception of reality. This is the 4 journeys.
Thank you.
Okay.